Hey guys, May has started and it is not necessarily slow going, but filled with a lot of chunky books so far. Hey guys, if you are new, welcome. This is The Book Path. I'm Nicole, and if this isn't your first rodeo, you guys, thank you so much for sticking around. I love you guys. You guys are so wonderful. As I said, it's the beginning of May, and I started off just starting to tackle, like, I'd had a lot of really thick books for this month already, so I knew it wasn't going to be as fast paced as like having a bunch of books for you guys right off the bat, because I want to get these more chunky books, done with before the Smut Den and the Final Book Support Group at the end of the month. So with that being said, I ended up finishing Chain of Iron by Cassandra Clare. This is the second book in the Last Hours trilogy of her famous Mortal Instruments kind of Shadowhunter world. As you can see, this book is thick. This thing is like almost 700 pages, including like they have like a little kind of, not really a novella, but like an added scene that they didn't put in the book. So yeah, I was like almost 700 pages. Some of you guys know that I started reading this, but I was only like maybe to like 200 pages in. So that still left like all of this that needed to be read. So I went ahead and I wanted to tackle this one first because this was part of the Magical Readathon, the annual readathon that she's doing for the whole year, where you have to read a book per whichever character and choose your path. And this was the book that was left over from March that I had not been able to finish, and it was to read a book over 500 pages. And sadly, other readathon prompts got in the way, and I wasn't able to finish it in March. And then Magical Readathon and Realmathon took off in April, so I was concentrating on those. So before I got to, I didn't want to lose in the Magical Readathon, the annual part, and I was only this much behind, so I figured, what the heck, I'm going to pick this up first. And I'm happy I did, because I haven't liked this trilogy as much as I liked the Clockwork Angel and the Clockwork Princess. I think that's, was it the Dark Artifices? I'm not sure if that's the trilogy name, but I really liked that series, and this is supposed to be like some of the characters from that series. It's their kids, and it's been a little like, wasn't really feeling for the characters, but still really good series, like, because I got to see a lot of characters, and obviously Magnus Bane is like my favorite, so he hasn't been in this one as much, but he did come back in this book, so I was happy to see him return. And so yeah, you're just kind of picking up with, a lot of what would happen in the first book. I don't want to give away too much because it's still a good series to read. But you still have, like, there's Cordelia and James, and like her love for James, and James is like in love with Grace, and I'm just annoyed by that. And yeah, I didn't like that, but I really like, but Matthew is starting to have feelings for Cordelia, and you're starting to see it. And I really like Matthew. I mean, I like James too, because I know he does at his heart kind of like love Cordelia, but I really like Matthew and kind of the cuteness and jokingness that he brings out in Cordelia from time to time, and she does like understand him really well. So I kind of like their dynamic. Plus I think I'm just mad at James because of the whole Grace thing, so I might be a little biased on that. But it really did pick up. It really started to get action-packed towards the end, and I am not gonna lie, the way this book ended, I was loving every minute of it. I cannot give it away, but let's just say people bear witness to what they think they're seeing, and it's not really that way, which causes a whole misinterpretation of feelings and love. And let's just say there's a race to the train station, and yeah, it just left off where I'm like, oh gosh, that was good. Like, I wanted that and I needed that, and I was just happy. I mean, I kind of already feel like I know where things are gonna go, and I have my thoughts, and um, we'll have to read the next book to see, you know, if I'm right or not. I did end up rating this book 4 stars. You know, it was still a really good story. I still love the Shadowhunter world. Um, but it's just, like I said, it's still lacking just that little bit to tip me over the edge the way that the previous trilogy did. Um, as far as spice, I'm gonna say like a 3, because nothing really happens, but there are some pretty like steamy makeout scenes, I guess you would say. Like that would be the easiest part. Um, but yeah, I mean, I do really like this world. I like the series. Once I'm finished with this, I will finally be able to start the actual Mortal Instruments series. I have been even trying to keep myself from watching it on Netflix. I think I've seen like the first season, but that was like years ago, so I don't remember much of it. So now I want to like read these books, because I know that the Mortal Instruments, I think, was like the first series, and then everything else came like after that. But I'm reading it in chronological order so I can just like see the story unravel. But yeah, so this one was done. Chunky took up a lot of time during this first week, as you can imagine. So that was pretty much all I really completed for the week. I'm gonna give a little preview spoiler for next week, because this will be included in next week, is that I did start picking up Pachinko. But once again, this is also like a 500-page book. And so far, it's going good. It's a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, and a lot more steamier than I thought it was going to be as well. But I still have about almost 200 pages left, so I don't want to make any, you know, proclamations or ratings now. And I mean, there's so much that happens in each chapter that like 200 pages could be like a whole lifetime. Like it's just, there's so much that goes on. But so far, so good. I'm pleasantly surprised with it. I can see why it's been getting good ratings, and why I think it was Apple has made the TV series on it. So I might have to get Apple TV now and try to watch that, or find a way to watch it, because it is surprising me that it is pretty decent and pretty good. But like I said, I'm going to reserve judgment on it until next week when I finished it, and hopefully have like a few more other little books in there for you. Due to the fact that next week involves Mother's Day, which for us is May 14th. I want to try to slip in possibly I want to try to slip in the Lauren Graham biography, because she is the mom in Gilmore Girls. So I do want to try to read this, and it's a short read, but I kind of want to read this in honor of like Mother's Day. And then there's a book that came out with Amazon Prime that I can't remember the title of it. It has something to do with baking, but it's a fantasy adventure story that like I said, because it was Amazon Prime, I got the advanced kind of copy, because I think it comes out in June. But I kind of want to read that, because the heroine of the story is a mom and her daughter. And so being that, you know, in honor of Mother's Day, I want to kind of read some mom and daughter type books, you know, in honor of, you know, my mom. I kind of wanted to do some more books, so I might take a little detour from the Asian Readathon and try to at least put those 2 books in next week once I'm finished with this. So hopefully those will be coming your way, and then we'll pick back up with the Asian Readathon and lead into, you know, smutty reads by the end of the month. But that's about it for me. Everything's kind of going good. The weather is starting to heat up over here. We had a little bit of I think it's a cold front that passed through and just got a little bit cold. Not cold as it is in other places, so I'll take it. But I think next week we're supposed to get up to like the mid 80s here. So it's gonna start getting hot. it's gonna be weird because like long sleeves and sweaters right now, and in a week we're gonna go into, you know, tank tops and shorts. But you know, I hope all of you guys are doing well. I hope that, you know, spring allergies for you are gone or close to being gone, depending if it's the trees or the grass or the flowers. I don't know which one. Either way, all of them can be miserable if you have them. So, you know, hopefully you guys are doing good. Hopefully warm weather is coming your way, and you guys will be out and enjoying the sunshine. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.